Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Ricardo Nunes moves to 27 wins with one defeat, no draws, 27 KOs. Every one of his wins has been a stoppage, a KO or a TKO. He is 27 years old from Mexico, and he's obviously the power's there. But he has enough kind of flaws to make his fights interesting because even though he does cut the ring off very well, there are little lulls where he'll pose in front of the guy a little bit too long, looking for an opportunity to let his hands go. And in the meantime, he can be clipped, as he was in this fight with Miguel Marriaga. And Marriaga came in with 31 wins, 26 KOs. So he's got a bit of pop himself. 7 defeats, but only Lomachenko had stopped him. I mean, he'd been in there with some very, very good men. He lost a 10-rounder to Joet Gonzalez in 2020. Michael Conlan beat him in 2022. That was over 10. I think John O'Carroll also beat him over 10 as well. And I think Nicholas Walters, going way back to about 2015, beat him on over 10 as well. So was that a 12-rounder? I can't remember. That might have even been a title fight. I can't remember, but it was definitely I think it was a 12-rounder actually. It might have been for a title, but anyway, the point is that Marriaga has taken on some very, very good men, and even though he's 37, he's Colombian by the way, 37 years old, orthodox fighter. Even though he's knocking on a bit, he did come with a fair bit of ambition to try and upset Nunes. And in the opening round, he was actually the first guy to land a power punch. It was a bit long. I mean, it was a right hand, but it definitely got Nunes' attention and made Nunes think, well, it must have made him think, I have to be a bit cautious here, because Marriaga, he was letting his hands go, and he's a wily, tough veteran, very, very, very crafty. And Nunes, I like the way Nunes puts his punches together. He's a little bit the sort of the same tempo. You know what I mean? It doesn't really vary the speed of the punches. It's all sort of pause, set yourself, and then bang, bang, bang. But he does go head to body, body to head with both hands, which was really good. And I think probably his pet punch, even though he throws a very good left hook, I think his pet punch is that overhand right. And he definitely had an effect on Marriaga whenever he touched him. Clearly the weight of the punch was giving Marriaga problems. That's not to say Marriaga wasn't hanging in there and throwing punches back. He most certainly was. In the 4th round, there was an enormous swooping overhand right that clipped Marriaga and sort of spun him round when he was near the ropes. He fell into the ropes. He almost fell out of the ring. But he got up, and he was, by the end of the round, he was doing some good work. He was firing punches well. He didn't, even though he's got quite a big KO record, he didn't really seem to have enough power to keep Nunes off, because he did land some flush punches, definitely. But then in the 6th round, right at the end of the 6th round, there was a left hook to the body, which sucked the air out of Marriaga, had a very sort of delayed reaction. Marriaga sort of stepped back a little bit side on, then took a knee. He was very hurt. It was at the end of the round. He got up, went back to his corner, and I think the corner stopped the fight. That was after 6 rounds. So another inside the distance win for Nunes. And Eduardo Nunes, again, he can be caught. He can be hit. There are a few similarities offensively to Canelo, except that he doesn't quite have Canelo's variance of tempo, and defensively he's not as good as Canelo. He doesn't quite move his upper body. There aren't enough crafty feints. He's a little bit too obvious. But there's no doubt the power's there. The power's definitely there. And yeah, I mean, he's looking for a title fight now. He's 27, so he's 10 years younger than Marriaga. And he's got some decent wins, but how far can he go? Well, these Mexicans are tough fellas, aren't they? But I don't know. He's good. He is very good, but there are, like I say, there are defensive flaws there that probably against the right guy would be could be exploited. We are talking super featherweights, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier. These are super featherweights. So the winner of Kakache and Josh Warrington has been mentioned. But we'll see. We'll see. I would certainly pick him to beat the winner of that fight. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He may well pick up a belt or two. But we'll see. So what do you think? Let us know your opinion. This was on the undercard of Sulecki versus Pacheco. Leave your comments below. And of course, as always, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Cost you nothing. Takes a second to pop that little button. And also hit the like button if you like the video as well, because they count them apparently. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.